All right, so you've received a claim from the Strata Management Tribunal. Let's be real, that is a stressful piece of paper to hold in your hand. But don't worry. Today, we're going to walk through the official rulebook, Regulation 10, and turn this confusing legal step into a simple, straightforward plan.
When that formal notice lands, it's completely natural to feel a bit overwhelmed. Your first thought is probably, okay, what do I actually do now? Well, that is exactly what we're here to figure out, step by step.
So your very first move is all about preparing your defense. And the good news? You don't have to guess what to do. There's a really specific process laid out in the regulations, and we're about to dive into every single part of it.
Look, nobody enjoys being on the receiving end of a formal claim. It could feel like you're totally lost in this tangled legal mess. But the regulations? They're actually designed to be a clear path forward. Our job today is to really understand that path so you can walk it with confidence. Okay, let's get specific. Right now, your entire response, your whole strategy, it really boils down to one single, incredibly important document. This form is how you officially talk back to the tribunal. And it's pretty amazing how much really does hinge on this one thing. How you fill out this form sets the stage for everything that comes next. It's the foundation of your entire defense, so, getting it right is absolutely crucial.
So what is this critical document? It's called Form 2, and according to Regulation 10, this is it. It's the one and only official form for every single defense and every counterclaim. There are no substitutes. This is the document you have to use.
Okay, so we've got the right document, Form 2, but what exactly do you write in it? Well, it turns out you have three very distinct strategic choices for how you can respond. And here they are, your three options coming directly from Regulation 10. You can admit the claim, you can dispute it, or you can go on the offensive with a counterclaim of your own. Let's quickly break down what each of these really means. First up, you can simply admit the claim. This is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a formal agreement with the other party's claim. If you know the claim is valid, this is your most straightforward path forward. Now, your second option is to dispute the claim. But here's the key thing. You can't just say, I disagree. The regulation demands that you provide particulars. That's the official word for the specific details, reasons, and facts that explain exactly why you dispute the claim.
And your third choice, make a counterclaim. In this case, you're not just defending, you're making your own claim right back at the other party. And just like with a dispute, you have to provide all the particulars to back up your own case.
All right, let's cover a small but vital detail that is so easy to overlook, actually signing the form. I know, it seems simple, but the rules are very specific, and how you sign depends entirely on who you are. The regulation is super specific here. If you're an individual, you just need to sign it or provide a thumbprint. Easy. But, and this is a big but, if the respondent is a corporation, there are three requirements. It has to be signed by an authorized person, their full name must be printed, and it has to be stamped with the company's official seal. You can't miss a step. So, before you file anything, it's time to get all your ducks in a row. Let's pull everything we've talked about together into one final checklist to make sure your defense is absolutely ready to go.
Here it is, your final check. First, are you using the official Form 2? Second, have you picked your strategy, admit, dispute, or counterclaim? Third, and this one is so important, have you included all the necessary particulars? And finally, have you signed or stamped it correctly for your status?
And that's really it. You now have a clear guide to Regulation 10 and a solid framework for your response. So the final question isn't, what do I do? But rather, based on everything you've just learned, is your Form 2 now complete and ready to file?